What's up, y'all?
Hey.
So guess what? We're back in our house. So we have been on the road, as y'all have seen in our videos, for the past almost 2 years consistently, going into 3 overall, but
Absolutely.
living out of full-time consistently for about 2 years now, and we have just made a big transition.
Huge transition.
So we just want to get on here and talk about it.
That's it. What you want to talk about, dude?
The transition.
Okay.
And what it's like getting back in this whole season of change, getting back into this house, and how it's been. We haven't even been here long. We've really only been here for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, going on the second week.
Yeah, but even in that, you know, it's different.
It's very different.
It's necessary for our season of
Definitely
life right
necessary.
now, but it's been different. And so one of the things that Linwood kind of analogized it, because he's the analogy king. But one of the things he kind of compared it to is, you know, the seasons of life and how seasons change. So tell them about it, babe.
Well, just the calendar seasons. You know, we have winter, spring, summer, fall. And depends on which one you prefer. You know, we all have an idea of a season when it says, like on the 22nd is the start of whatever season.
The summer solstice.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, but it's feeling like spring or it's feeling like whatever season. It's because it's not quite into the fullness of summer. Like August and September to me, you know, is what summer is.
At least here in Florida,
Absolutely.
good, nice,
And in Georgia.
hot. Yeah,
And in Georgia.
Anywhere in the
And in Georgia.
Southeast.
That's right. It's like,
hot and humid.
yeah. Y'all say it starts in July and be like, okay, that's kind of mild. But come August and September, and right as school is getting in good, then fall kind of starts. But it's the transition between the different seasons.
Yes.
Each season brings about some turbulence, right? Knowing that we're getting ready to go into summer, things in spring start to change, right? You start
All
getting
the summer storms.
absolutely, you know, the start of hurricane season, stuff like that starts happening. It's like we know it's come, we don't know how severe it's going to be. Sometimes we go, oh man, it's going to be a rough summer, and then it's going to be a hot, and then it's mild. Same thing with a winter. You know, oh, it's going to be a harsh winter, and then it's mild. But it's like, man, it's just now in springtime, be feeling like 20-something degrees. We even say it's Christmas in July sometimes.
Yeah,
Stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. It's like, good gracious. The season
And
does
we didn't
something
even talk
crazy.
about that pollen that happens in the spring.
Oh,
Anyway.
that's rough enough. But each season has different allergies too, since you brought up the pollen. You know, pine trees and all that stuff. You can see that, but there's also other allergens and stuff that people are allergic to as a certain plant or a certain tree or whatever starts to grow and pollinate and all that stuff. You know, so you might be allergic to oak and not allergic to pine. You know, but anyway, what was some of our sensitivities as we transition back
I'm
into the
sensitive
house?
to being indoors.
Yeah, we all get a little what they call cabin fever,
Yes.
and we even sometimes got cabin fever being, you know, moving around in the RV because those little walls can start closing in sometimes.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
so, you know, even though we're out, if it rains for a few days, then you're like, good
Yeah.
gracious. So, transition into a home, right? We have, at least I can go make the room look a little different. I can go from the kitchen to the living room to the bedroom to the bathroom,
As
whichever.
opposed to having all in one space.
That's right. Having a couple steps.
You
At
in the
least things
bedroom,
have
and I'm
changed.
like, will you get out of my kitchen?
That's right. That's right.
I need some space.
It's like, man, I got to move my feet out, off and around the counter. You know what I mean? It's like, golly. But I'm in the living room, babe. But the living room, your feet is in the kitchen.
Yes.
But anyway, so it's been fun, you know, but it's also been challenging, you know, with the transition. And just like any transition or when you are moving, we'll just say that, moving, moving into a house and moving out of a house is totally different from moving from California to Texas to Georgia. A whole different thing.
True.
When we're moving with all our essentials in the house, in our home, I should say, in our home, it's different than moving
from the East Coast to the West Coast.
That's right. From the East Coast to the West Coast, it was easier moving. Yeah, we have to communicate, right, to get from one place to another, knowing that that's where we're going, and knowing that there's challenges getting there. But to move into a house and move from a whole bunch of things into here, that's a whole different moving. Mm-hmm. It's like boxes and stuff. It's like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, are we going to put everything we had in the boxes in the storage area into this house? So.
That's a big change too, because I have absolutely embraced the simplicity.
Absolutely.
I love the simplicity of the minimalism of that smaller space that we lived in. Coming back into the house. I mean, we had put things in storage because we just wasn't 100% sure of how long this was going to be and all that. And then we're still going to get back out there and all that stuff. So as we're moving things out of our storage space, I was like, I don't even want all this. It's too much.
Yes.
I just want to keep 4 bowls, 4 spoons,
absolutely,
4 forks.
Really?
Like, I don't even want to use. We have a box full of mugs and glasses, and I was like,
and crystal.
Why do we have all this stuff? Like, I don't even want it. I don't even want to look at it. But I don't know. It's just this weird thing because it's just like, well, what if? I mean, what if we get company and all this? Those are things you think about, but it's like,
this is what we'll do if we get company. Y'all can use the bowls that we're using.
We'll go get some paper.
And we'll go to paper.
How about BYOG?
We'll give you
BYOG. Bring your own glass.
Yeah, bring your own glass.
Bring your own plate.
Your own plate and your own fork.
But seriously, just
that's what it does out there in the community, though.
That is very true. You know, that's the unspoken rule.
Absolutely.
BYO.
You bring your own
dishes. Bring your own glass on you for all of that. And it's just so freeing. It
goes back to the potluck days.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But so it's just different. I just don't even want all the stuff. Yes. I just want our essentials. I loved how we were able to even clothes, y'all. I got all these clothes. Well, I don't have a lot because I got rid of so much when we moved out the house. But
kudos to
even the little bit that I do have feels like so much because it's like the ones that I had in storage, dresses, and stuff. I was like, okay, what if I have an event to go to? And there's nothing wrong with these clothes, but I live in workout clothes and t-shirts and stuff now, and a couple little dressy things every now and again. But man, the simple life is so you just feel like you can breathe.
I liken it to this. They like to call it minimalism. Yeah, and all that stuff. I would say the essentials. You find out what the actual essentials are and the actual things you eat, the actual things you need, those things, as opposed to, oh, I want this and I want that. When you have, and this is going to be symbolism right here, when you have a weight limit that you have to stay within, as moving in the RVs and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes you see people overweight and they're swinging and stuff. They got the dip,
on the vehicles.
All that stuff. A lot of things, or they just not in line or in balance and all that stuff. And then getting sways and stuff like that. We never got overloaded.
Or overburdened.
Or overburdened. And so coming back into the home, right, this physical bricks, which is going to be home base. This is like, say if we was playing baseball, and this is my last analogy before I get back to my point. This is home base. We go here, we go there, we go this, and then we get back.
Yes.
This is home base for us.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, I was thinking about
essentials.
Because even my cups, like I got my water mug, I got my coffee, and every now and again, got something from a smoothie or whatnot, and that's all I need.
Yes.
Simple. I don't need 15 cups.
But I have to tell y'all, she found that in one of the boxes.
I did. I did.
She had been taking, went all around the country with us.
That was my multi-purpose cup.
Even over to Puerto Rico with us. This has been the all-purpose, and it did have a big hole where you can put the straw. So that's a luxury.
Yeah, this is my add-on.
Because that
wouldn't been announced.
That wouldn't fit.
It was too big to fit in.
It wouldn't fit in the
Take up too much space
armrest and all that other stuff. So those are the things. Just making sure that the essentials in your life are there. Yes, we have a couple things that we like, but that shouldn't that shouldn't prevent you from enjoying life. That shouldn't become a burden. It shouldn't become overweight, a burden and stuff like that. So like the word says, things that so easily beset us, and sometimes that weight or the burden of transitioning can, or what's in the box and what needs to go and what needs to stay and what all that stuff. Or if you break something during the transition, like bringing in these boxes and you hear things rattling around and it was like, what was in here?
Didn't need that.
Yes, I didn't need it. I hadn't seen it in 2 years. So let's see what it was.
Oh man, that's another thing. When you are distanced from all the things for over a period of 2 years.
Yes.
And then you come back to it, you really get a sense of what your essentials are.
Absolutely.
Like, what can you really live without?
Yes.
And not live without. So.
Because our kitchen is almost the size of our RV. And that's no lie.
True.
That's no lie. And it's like we used to live in a space smaller than our kitchen.
Yes.
Right. And
I mean, we have a pretty big kitchen here in this house.
Yeah.
It takes up the whole back of the house. But
so it's like
that's something to think about.
Yeah. It's like when we was bringing stuff in, it was from the camper. It's like, this is enough.
Yeah.
And there was still a lot of space. And it was like, do we fill that space?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Do we fill that space
just
with something?
Just because you have the space, do you really have to fill it?
Yeah.
Or do you want to maintain that margin?
That's it.
And that breathing room.
Yeah. Breathing room is essential. Psalms 150 says, let everything that has breath praise the Lord. So sometimes you need the breathing room.
I am fighting feeling cluttered. Like even putting stuff in my office, I'm like, I don't want anything in it. I don't want nothing in it. I like that it's not all cluttered with all this stuff. So
my previous office, which is where we're keeping some of the boxes, I'm like, I don't need all that space. I don't need all that stuff in there. So now, I'm in a different space, which is smaller. And I've only brought, I ain't gonna tell the tale on. I have a little bit more in my office than I need, and I'm just trying to see what I need, and then it's going back into the storage area here in the house, and not to the shed, because we have a shed. And it's like, there was stuff in the shed that is still out there, So it's amazing of the stuff as we have gone out and then come back. And it's like, wow, 2 years, we haven't seen this stuff. We haven't talked about this stuff. We even thought about this stuff. Now it's right back in our face. It's like, do we really need that? Why was I holding on to that? Why do I have 3 staplers? I literally have 3 staplers.
Not to mention, I have a stapler.
Yes, and then she's got a stapler.
Why do we have all these staplers?
When all I need to do is reload the stapler, right? It's like, but I do remember one time looking for staples, and it was easier to get a stapler instead of staples.
Wow.
So that's, to me, the change today. Sometimes it's easier to get something else than it is to repair something or to get what's needed.
A little extra
a little bit more step to keep this going, as opposed to just buying another this.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. That's good.
So.
Yeah. So I guess, as you transition into this season of getting ready to go into fall, a lot of y'all might have children that's going back to school.
Back to school,
young adult kids going off to college.
Yes.
A lot of transitions that you may be going through in life. It's a good time to take note of what's essential now in this season.
Absolutely.
What I want to change, what I want to be different in this season of life, this next season. And also taking note of and being aware of, like, the turbulence that
Yes.
y'all might have to go through, and giving yourself grace for that. If you're with a partner, with a spouse, giving them grace to go through the
Yes.
turbulence
The change of the season.
of the transition. If the winds are blowing, the storms are coming, the emotional storms, just all the things that come when you're going through transition. Just know that it's part of the transition.
Of the season. That's it.
Part of the changing seasons.
That's it.
So yeah, that's just wanted to share that with y'all today, and we'll be continuing to put some videos out
Yes.
in our new season.
Yes.
And
we promise that
we're still
we'll
gonna be
just
traveling and stuff too,
Yes,
though, but it's just
yes.
going not full time.
Yeah. And so the background may change. We may just be sitting in front of it, the PC like we are now. But we will share still some pictures and some shorts and all that stuff because we have years of experience. Some experiences with y'all, some experiencing just in this beautiful country and other countries as well. So we just appreciate you all. Appreciate the likes, the subscribes, the sharing, the comments.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for helping us get to over 500 viewers too.
Absolutely.
We're trying to hit our next goal of 1,000.
Yes.
So
Appreciate
y'all continue to share the videos with your friends, family, people who you think you could really benefit from the RV things that we share, from the life. What do I call your little blurb? Life lessons with Linwood.
Oh, yeah. The Papa Parable.
Papa Parable.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, just, travels, life, laughs, all the things. If you find it can be a benefit to someone please don't hesitate to share them. We really do appreciate it. We'll have some good things coming for y'all soon in the future. We're working through how we want this next season of YouTube world. But hanging with you guys.
And thank
so
y'all.
Liking the benefit we can bring to y'all.
And why I have y'all on here, I want to personally thank this beautiful one, the delightful Danae, and what she brings to the channel. And she's done a lot of the editing. Well, she's done all the editing. I'm just here for comic relief and to fill a space like this. So that's why I get a little bit here and there. But it's because of her that we have achieved some of the goals, achieved some of the y'all comments and everything. And I understand that she's the pretty one, so.
Thank you, babe.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I really do.
And she's the smart one as well. Again, comic relief.
I married a smart man too now,
Okay.
so.
Okay. She mean me, y'all. Anyway,
y'all. All right, I think that's what we got for y'all today.
That's
So
it.
we'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Love y'all.
Guess who's back? Back again. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. It's Linwood and Danae. Together we're alive for life. So.
We don't have to say that on
You want to
YouTube.
say?
No. This is for YouTube.
Okay.
We just talk.
Okay.
I mean, our not marriage stuff YouTube. Just our.
I'm just talking. We say it on the other one. Hey, it's Linwood and Danae.
Yeah, but we don't say it together. We're alive for life. We
Okay.
just say, hey, y'all.
We're on the line for life. Our channel. I know I've said it before.